All right. So to all the husbands out there, just a quick, PSA for everybody. If your wife says, "Hey, let's get some chickens," or whatever she says she wants, it's a slippery slope. I'm just gonna say that out loud. You're probably gonna end up with goats, dogs, horses, chickens, cats, bunnies. I mean, what else? What else do I have? Uh, Way more land than you would need. More kids in order to help on the farm. As one of my twins says, Dad, you just wanted to have a lot of kids so that you could sit back and relax and watch us clean. That was after I made him dinner, and he just had to clean up his plate. So, yeah. PSA to all you gentlemen out there. Be careful if she says she wants chickens, because it really is game over after that. So, what else is going on? I mean, I don't know if you joined any of the protests over the last week or so. Those have been going, pretty well. Interesting. I was at work and somebody came up to me and was like, I had no idea what these No Kings protests were. And so found myself in the middle of them, and it's a bunch of wackos. So that was good to hear. It was what I think is really funny is that people are out there protesting the government, which they have the right to do, and they have the right to do that because there are no kings in this country. So it's not a monarchy, not a dictatorship. It's an elected official that was elected by people that live in this country, and so yeah, you could just vote in the next election and try to win, and that I guess that is what it is. So it's really interesting. Halloween is an interesting it's an interesting holiday, right? Because like as Christians, should we celebrate Halloween with so much, there's so much celebration of death and darkness, which is obviously not what a Christian would necessarily want to celebrate. And so it's something that, like, I grew up not celebrating Halloween, coming from a Christian family. And so, like, it's just interesting. Do you let your kids trick or treat? Do you not let your kids trick or treat? Do you let them dress up as a vampire or whatever? I mean, like, so as a kid, like that sort of stuff would have been super attractive to me. To, I just would have thought it was cool to like dress up as something scary. And still I could see the allure of that for sure. Like thinking that that's fun or cool or whatever. But we just haven't really, well, one, my wife is definitely sensitive to anything that is like scary. So even, movies, anything like that, it's just not like she hates that stuff, which I totally understand. Um and so it's just kind of it's an interesting topic because it's like, well, okay, so I have a lot of friends that are Christians that would um be more along the lines of like, it's fine to do the scary stuff for Halloween, whatever. And I don't I'm not gonna necessarily condemn them for that or whatever. I don't know what the right word is, but um I understand that where they're coming from. For me, I do think that I've been leaning more and more towards not uh really celebrating Halloween in any way. Um I just think that it's a celebration of darkness, and I know that I actually just saw Wes Huff do um a podcast on the origin of Halloween and where it actually came from, um prior to it being a pagan holiday. But I just don't know enough about it to have an educated discussion on it. But I do think it's interesting. Um, it's just an interesting thing to think about because I think for me it's more. Um, I'm leaning more away towards meaning leaning. Bleh, easy for me to say. Leaning more away from any type of celebration of Halloween. Just because to me it doesn't really seem like much of a celebration of anything that is good or lovely. And it does seem like a celebration of death and darkness. And so for me, that's just kind of a no go. I just don't really think that my kids need to be really around it. And it's such a beautiful time of year to be celebrating, harvesty type stuff. Uh, and now we have a birthday that's actually on Halloween. And of course, the Reformation is right then as well. So there's plenty of things to be thankful for and to celebrate. So kind of wanted to just discuss Halloween and see what like. What are you guys' thoughts on Halloween? Are you all in? Are you like, hey, it's a good time to get to know the neighbors and you don't have to, dress up in scary stuff. You can dress up in fun things and, approach it that way, or do you kind of just lean towards not really doing much for it and maybe having some other sort of um fun get together that you can do at the same time of year. The weather's beautiful and it's just a great time to be outside. Um, so yeah, let me know your thoughts. I think that's an interesting topic. Um, what else there was some, oh yeah. So I don't know how many of you golf, but to me, I love it. It's a It's such a good sport. I wish I played it more when I was younger. This time of year is very difficult to find any golf ball that goes anywhere out of the fairway at all because every leaf looks like a golf ball. But so it can be extremely frustrating. Although golf can just be extremely I'm in the stage right now where golf to me is unbelievably frustrating, and I love it so much, and even I can't really describe it. It's kind of like if you have like I don't know, maybe like a good friend or something that really annoys you at the same time, and but you just love this friend, but at the same time they get on your nerves more than anything else. Maybe like a kid, I don't know. But anyway, so yeah, you don't love golf nearly as much as your kids, but that's a bad analogy. But I feel like I used to play golf once or twice a year, like after high school until probably 6 years ago. And I was pretty good, like decent. I felt like when I would go out and play, it was always pretty smooth. Then I started playing more with customers and at work, and so I had the opportunity to play some more. And as I play more, I got way worse I mean, until this year, the last 3 to 4 years of me golfing were shameful. It was embarrassing. I couldn't drive the ball straight to save my life. I sliced every single drive, and this was without fail. Like it was, I mean, when I say without fail, ask somebody that golfed with me over the last several years. It was without fail. Every single drive. And I always made great contact, but I would play my slice, which I found out, at this past off season, I found out that was making it worse because of my stance. It was, whatever. I don't know the technical terms, but my stance was opened up, and the way that I would come through the ball, I would just put an astronomical amount of spin on it, and the amount of distance that a slice takes off your drive as well is also shameful. So even if I landed near the fairway, I was still like 75 yards shorter than anybody else because it basically went way out to the left and then would come back in. So this offseason, I figured out how to not slice the ball, which is, has made the game a lot more enjoyable this year. But for some reason, my irons are not as good as they were, the last few years. I could always rely on my irons, and my short game was decent. And so it's just, the game is such a mental pretzel for me, and I love it, but it is so, it can be so frustrating. It's like, it's such a good time. It definitely is a great way to spend a day, but man, what a frustrating game. And then you have a great shot, and even that can be frustrating because it's like, how did I do that just then and I can't do that consistently? And so I've played more this year than I have in previous years. I played with my oldest son, and he played a couple times. It was his first couple times actually going out to golf, other than going to the driving range. And if you have a son, I strongly encourage you to take him golfing, because it's a really good time to just, like, you have a couple of hours where it's just quality time with your kid, that it can be really hard to find that amount of time where you're not engulfed in your phone or whatever. What's happening? All right. This episode is brought to you by, shocker, Marvin Farms. Marvin Farms has handcrafted soaps, lotions, candles, and more. We're also shooting wedding, engagement, and senior photos and more. All right. All right. This episode is brought to you by, shocker, Marvin Farms. Marvin Farms has handcrafted soaps, lotions, candles, and more. Also, we're shooting wedding, engagement, and senior photos and more with the beautiful Gypsy Vanners on site at Marvin Farms. All you need is a photographer and message to set up deliveries or times for a photo shoot here at Marvin Farms. Details in the description below. Okay, so you can just hold that one.
Hello.
All right, so tell me about your riding. What have you been doing?
Jumping.
Yeah, so what kind of horses are you riding? So last time you were on the podcast, I don't think you had ever jumped before,
Yes.
right? So how has that been?
Good. It's fun.
Tell me about it. What happened? Okay, so welcome back, everybody. We had a little interruption here, so we have this little chica joining us. So all right, yeah. So tell me. You were just talking about jumping, so tell me all about it. Like, how did you go the first time, and how's it going now? Because the last time you were on the podcast, you had not jumped on a horse yet. I don't think ever.
So I went to my auntie's house and I jumped for the first time, but just trotting. And
At your auntie's house?
at my auntie's house.
Who?
Cade and Kaya.
Oh,
Papa
that was the
Panda?
first place?
Yes.
All right, talking to the mic. That was the first place you jumped?
Yes, and then I told Tina, and then
Okay,
she let
so
me jump.
tell me about that. What was that like going to your auntie's house?
It was really fun. I rode this horse named Boo. He was really smooth, and yeah, it was fun. But
So, what do you mean he was smooth?
so his trot was a little bumpy, but his canter was like really, really smooth.
Oh, that's cool. So, what makes a horse's trot bumpy? Like, why does that? What happens there?
I feel like it's just like what their legs do.
Okay. But you say his canter was smooth?
Yes. So Papa Panda told me that I could either ride.
So, what's the difference between a trot and a canter?
A trot is more, it's like one step at a time, and then like a canter is like this. Boom, 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 boom,
Okay.
boom. It's like much faster.
Yeah. Okay. And so you jumped there. Does she have jumps at her house?
Yes.
Okay. Because she does lessons, right?
Yes. I want to be trained by her, but I'm gonna stop with Tina and forget his name, but
Talking to the mic, honey.
we're gonna the person that gave us Dana and Clara, he's gonna teach us on FaceTime, and he's gonna tell me what to do.
Oh, the guy from Florida.
Yes.
Okay. So you then went to your where you do your lessons, right?
Yes.
And tell me about that. How did that go?
It was good.
Let me try this really quick.
But do you not want me holding this?
Well, yeah, it might just be easier if this is plugged in here. There we go. Try that.
Hello?
Oh, perfect.
Can it be a little shorter? Or I can just point it down to me.
Yeah, and there we go. There, now you can just talk into it. You don't have to hold it.
Okay.
So okay, so you went and jumped at your auntie's house, and then you went to your lesson. And what did you say at your lesson?
I told her that I jumped at Papa Panda's house because she knows her.
Yeah.
They're like friends.
Okay.
And there's actually a picture of Papa Panda on Tina's wall.
Oh, no way. How did? Oh, because Papa Panda grew up down near there,
Yes.
right? Okay, and then moved up north.
New Hampshire, yeah.
Yeah. Okay. So you went and told your instructor that you had jumped at, and what did your instructor say?
She said, okay, do you want to do a little jumping here? And I said, yeah.
Okay. And so then what?
Then I jumped.
Did you fall off at all while you're jumping?
Not while I was jumping because I was riding a horse named Bree. But the only horse I've ever fallen off of, I've fallen off twice. And it's the only horse I've ever fallen off of. Her name is Poppy.
And why do you think you've fallen off of that horse?
Because she bucks a lot.
Oh, okay. So that would do it.
Yeah. And I'm so
Did
light
you
that
get
I
it
just
hurt
fly
when
off.
So what is like when you're falling off, what's going through your head?
Ah.
That's it? Just
Yeah, but then when I land, it doesn't hurt.
Oh, that's good. What are you thinking when you land? Like, are you like trying to check to see if anything hurts? Or do you just...
No, because nothing does hurt.
Oh, well, that's good. So you fell off a couple times. And then what? Was that while you were jumping or just...
No. Sometimes there was this one time when I think I just lost my balance, but I landed on my feet. That's when I was trotting. I think she like bucked a little bit, and then like I lost my balance. And then there was another time where we are at camp, and at camp there's no parents there. It's just a bunch of kids.
Yep.
And we were supposed to just be trotting around, and she went into a canter, and I slid onto the neck. And then I was like holding on, and I was like upside down onto the neck, and then I just let go.
Oh boy.
And I landed on my back.
On your back?
On my back.
Did that one hurt?
No.
No?
I was just shaking because it scared me a little bit.
You were just nervous?
And then it was so embarrassing because all the kids, are you okay? Are you okay? Are you okay? And then there was this one girl, did not help. It happened to all of us.
That's what she said?
Yeah.
That didn't help?
No.
But didn't it make you kind of think like, oh, well, it's not just me that falls off?
Yeah, but it was my first time falling off. So
oh, that was the first one?
Yeah, so I was just like, it didn't happen to me.
Are you excited for the next time?
Did I fall off?
Yeah.
I don't like falling off.
Oh, you don't like it?
Not really.
Okay, so you fell off. You haven't told me about jumping at Tina's now yet. What? So she. What did she say? Like once you told her that you had been jumping, was she like, okay, that sounds good. You can start jumping here.
I jumped that time. Oh, wait. Yeah, so I jumped, and then the only horse I've ever jumped on was Bree, and then last week I rode Mocha, and she set up this tiny, tiny, tiny jump, so I jumped it, but it was so tiny. I wish it was higher.
Could you just say, can we do it just like a foot off the ground? Could you say, can we make it higher for next time?
No, I've jumped it like this high.
Yeah.
And then that time she put it this
high. Oh, low. And but can you say I want to jump higher? Or would you?
No.
No? So what do you...
I feel like she did it low because I was riding a horse that I've only rode once, and I wasn't really comfortable with him at the very start because last time I rode him, he was like bucking. He felt like Poppy.
Okay.
So then I was a little nervous, but then she let me jump, and he was actually really smooth that time, but except the only times he was naughty is that one time where I was trotting around, and he kept like... He did twice where he would just like try to turn around and run off and not go where I would tell him to. So Tina would yell at me and say, "Give it a smack!"
Oh, really?
Yeah.
So what do you think? Do you want to do horse riding? What do you want to do when you grow up?
I want to be either a horse trainer, and then there's one other thing that I really want to be. I really want to be a trick rider.
A trick rider? Where you like stand on the horse and do flips and stuff?
Mm-hmm. And do handstands on the horse. Because I'm already really good at doing handstands, cartwheels, but not on a horse.
Well, that would probably take a lot of... Do you think that would mean that you would have to be pretty strong?
Yes.
To be able to do stuff like that?
Yes. And I would probably fall off like hundreds of times.
Probably. So what else is going on? Anything?
No.
Just school?
Lots of school this morning. I was really tired because I was doing so much school.
Well, that's what you got to do to get smart, right?
Mm-hmm.
So that you can learn a lot of things.
Yeah.
All right, should we go feed the pig and the goats? Oh.
Yeah.
A pig. That's the other thing that I have. I forgot about the pig. I was telling everybody that if you say yes to your wife for chickens, then you're going to end up with chickens, goats, pigs, dogs, cats, horses.
Donkeys, cats.
Donkeys, cats. The donkeys aren't ours, though.
Bunny.
Bunny. I think I said a bunny.
You didn't.
No, earlier. I think I did. What else? What else? Is that it? That's all we have, right? Mosquitoes, ticks. Oh, those aren't ours, though. We don't have to feed. Well, we do feed them, but just because
we feed them our blood.
Yeah.
And now I have Lyme disease from a tick.
Yeah, that's no fun.
It's not.
All right. Thanks, everybody, for joining.
Bye.